Alrighty, here we've got Neon Apex Beyond the Limit. You play Xbox Series X, courtesy of Numbskull Games, the publisher for the big game here. So I've covered Repixel's games in the past. I was really excited for this one. This one kind of has like an Akira type feel to it with the bikes, futuristic races and such. But we've got career mode. We've got story mode, championship, arcade, time attack versus vehicles. You can change your character, got settings, not much to it really, remapping controls, racing your progress, difficulty, I've put down to 1 because honestly the game's pretty difficult otherwise. So here we got career. So in career mode, career mode, you've got races you can play through. So if you have enough money, you can buy into the race, and if you beat the race, if you get at least, I think, third or higher, you get money. And the more money you get, the more you can enter into more races. The issue I have with career mode is the fact that the game doesn't tell you if you've already beat the race or not. Because I guess it gives you the ability to keep going back to the same race to earn more money, which I appreciate, but it'd be really great to have some kind of indicator saying, hey, you've already beat this race, go ahead and move on to the next one. But that's clearly not the case here, unfortunately. Now, if I go back, we take a look at the other modes here. We got story mode. It's pretty cool. So story mode gives you access to the racers in a story-like order. So here you play as Chase first, and you play as other characters going on through the story, which is pretty neat. The story is interesting. It's not great. I mean, it's a racing game. The story is okay. Championship. Here we've got other different cups you can play through. Of course, you have to finish one cup to go into the next cup, and so on and so forth. If I go back again, skip this, back again. And we got arcade mode. Arcade mode. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and actually. Well, I'll show you here. Actually, so arcade mode has you going through races in order, which is nice, giving you money and points, showing your best points, which is pretty cool. And then time attack. I'm not gonna go over versus, but time attack is kind of cool in the sense that it has you going up against other people that have played the game. So unlike your Ghost of a previous race or NPCs, you get to play through the track and try to beat other people around the world that have played the game, played the track, which is pretty cool. I definitely appreciate the fact that it has you up against real players as opposed to trying to beat your own high score or own time rather. Or going up against some lame NPC's time that was set by the developer. Not knocking the developer by any means, but I appreciate the fact that time attack is actually time attack as opposed to something just kind of a filler mode, if you will. So let's go ahead and actually I'll go ahead and check out arcade mode. So I'm number 96 right now in global ranking, which isn't very good, but that's okay. So once you pick a race, I'll go ahead and pick. Let's pick the bike race here. So once you pick a bike, you have the ability to go into the garage. You can actually buy parts to upgrade your bike, which is really kind of cool. So I can buy parts if I wanted to. Parts are purchased by purchasing cards, and of course the cards cost X amount of money, obviously. And they unlock as you beat races, and they're equipable once you're in the money. Pretty cool. Pretty cool upgrade system. I'm going to go and use my Hyperbike with the engine and the power upgrade. I love how fast the load times are. The load times are really, really quick, which I really appreciate. But here we go. We'll load right into a race here. It's the first race, arcade mode. Now, you can play the game in first-person mode or third-person. Here it is, first-person. I usually prefer first-person when I'm playing racing games. However, with this game, I find third-person is probably best. This is how fast the game moves. You can take damage, as you can see there. If you take too much damage, you will explode. You take damage by hitting the wall, hitting other racers, hitting traffic. And then, like most arcade modes, you have the timer up there. If you run out of time, you lost the race. So pretty cool arcade style feel of the game. The game is extremely fast paced and really a lot of fun to play. My only gripe with the game, outside of the fact that with career mode it doesn't, tell you what races you've already beat. But the other aspect, or the other thing I don't like is that when you beat the arcade races, and I'll actually show you here once I beat this race. But when it goes on to the next race, it doesn't like start you out with a countdown. It just throws you into the race, and the other racers are just thrown ahead of you. And I'll show you here that in a second, which is really kind of annoying. But other than that broken aspect of the game's a lot of fun. It's got great music, great sound effects, pretty fast, and rather addictive gameplay. Definitely a game worth checking out if you're a fan of racing games, a fan of games like animes like Akira. Definitely worth picking this game up. But you'll see here, I'm going to hit continue, and it's going to load and throw me right into the race. It doesn't give a countdown. It just, I'm waiting for it to do it. Race. And that's it. There's no countdown. That is really annoying. Especially considering the first race you play gives you a countdown. So it's like, here, you don't need to count down for the rest of them. Just go. Just race. Thanks. Appreciate that. But again, other than that, the game's pretty decent. Definitely worth just checking out. I do want to thank them for games for your opportunity. And if you're here, I want to thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing. As always, till next time, take care and happy gaming.